For In the News TV Daily, we have more information about Tekashi 6ix9ine and exactly what will happen when his trial starts September 16th. So they are saying that 6ix9ine is openly ready to spill the beans on everybody. I mean the whole world, including his ops. So we have exclusive paperwork that will show who 6ix9ine really is. Make sure to like the video and the subscribe button. Make sure you click that button. If you're interested in 6ix9ine's case, we're going to provide the most accurate information and the fastest news on the case. So make sure the bell is clicked with the notification. That way it comes straight to your phone. I know a lot of people have a lot of things going on, but I know you want to hear about 6ix9ine, so make sure you click the subscribe button with the bell notifications. Let's get into the news. Now, 6ix9ine's testimony has been revealed.
I'm in the news with it.
By the prosecutors, and you're going to be very surprised on what the paperwork says. So the prosecutors gave more information about the case with 6ix9ine. Now, according to the reports, they have laid out precisely how the rapper will turn on his former crew, friends, and the ops. Now, when the trial begins next week, the details that you will hear from me are going to be very surprising. Now, a section of 6ix9ine's cooperation agreement, yeah, you guys heard me, he's going to cooperate, everybody knows that, but now we have the paperwork saying what he's going to agree on, and he's agreeing with the government. This has not been previously made to the public, but of course it's a week before the trial starts, so everything is starting to come out. Now, listed is a number of charges that he actually committed, and now for the government agreed not to prosecute him. So he's going to tell on some people, but they're not going to convict him on what he did. So he's kind of doing a favor for a favor if you really think about it. Now, on the list explained by the judge Paul Elmeyer, 6ix9ine admitted to hitting his girlfriend from the year of 2011 to 2008. For what it seems like, it looks like his girlfriend Melina, or you know, the girl that's always on social media with 6ix9ine when he was you know, active and stuff like that, it looks like she actually maybe made a statement about 6ix9ine doing something to her, because that's the only way they would have that on him. So according to the reports, or just making sense of it, it looks like they don't have anything on 6ix9ine but this dispute with his girlfriend from 2011 to 2018. So he could have got off if you really think about it. I'll tell you why he could have got off and why. You'll find out in a few seconds. Now, the U.S. attorney in Manhattan sent a letter to the judge. The letter outlined their strategy, which includes key information from the rapper who is currently behind bars after admitting and converting to a plea deal. There is a strategy that 6ix9ine will tell on his friends that will possibly get the rapper out scot-free. Again, scot-free. He's going to get out after this trial. He has a good possibility of that happening. According to the document, 6ix9ine is expected to testify with the names of various people involved during the 2018 situation, where it left 6ix9ine out of $500,000 worth of jury. And according to the reports, it happened around 5 a.m. of July 2018. He was leaving his house to go apparently or allegedly go ahead and record or edit a music video with Nicki Minaj. He was driving to the location, someone hit the car, and then they actually took him. I think they was going to use him just to get some money out of him. 6ix9ine eventually, this is all documented. According to 6ix9ine, he said persuade the people that were actually taking him, persuaded them to actually go back to his house to get his jury. So the jury, he gave him the jury and they eventually let him go, but he escaped with his life. But he was out of $500,000 after that. So now, according to the reports, he's actually going to tell because he knew actually who did it. Now, at first when it happened back in July, he was saying he didn't know who did it. He was saying that they were masked up. He's saying that he actually knew who did it. No, so they're saying that 6ix9ine will identify which 9 Train members that are attached to various aliases used on social media posts, DMs, and other communications. This is very important evidence to the prosecution, since they have to prove the messages were sent by those defendants. Now, from the actual letter, Tekashi will implicate himself and other members and plans to actually do something to a rival rapper by the name of Casanova 2 times. Now, this is before they squashed their beef. Now, Casanova and 6ix9ine were going back and forth all summer, it seems like, and it was very, very serious. For you guys who don't know Casanova, he's a very serious dude. He's been in and out of youth authorities. He's been he's a person that's always locked up, and he's about that life, and the people around him are like about that life. So when they a lot of people on social media were waiting for him to clash, but eventually both were from Brooklyn, that nothing really happened. It looks like they kind of made amends about it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think 6ix9ine knew that the authorities were on that trail and he didn't want any beef, he didn't want any smoke. He also will speak about another member of the 9 Trays by the name of SEQO. They said he put a green light on 6ix9ine and they would fire upon him on sight. Now, according to the paperwork, they're saying that Tekashi is actually the moneymaker for the gang, and now they're trying to insinuate that he was the leader. They said he had all the money and he was making all of the calls. Now, according to the reports, the judge's ruling state that his history of hitting his girlfriend from 2011 to 2018 will not be held against him for the trial that starts next Monday. Now, according to the report, 6ix9ine is likely to take the stand Tuesday, September 17th, even though the exact date depends on how long the jury selection takes and other factors. Now, for you guys who don't know, they select the jury, pretty much randomly pick people, and they have them stand on the stand, or they have them sit on the stand, and they ask them questions. They ask like, where are you from? What does your mom do? What do you do? That really helps the case because they want all type of opinions and unbiased opinions. So if they know who 6ix9ine is, they probably won't even let them be a jury. So that's why it'll probably take a few more days than expected, especially since he's a famous rapper. A lot of people probably know about the case, so they definitely want to get people that don't know about the case, that way they can rule or decide being unbiased. According to the Daily Beast website, the company posted an article that featured testimony from the rapper's baby mama, Sarah Molina, that he actually beat her up over the years, about 7 years since they've been together, a timeline that corresponds to 6ix9ine's own admitting, though no names of other girlfriends affected were mentioned in court. Now, according to Molina, she said that the situation was so bad that she vividly remembers one time that she couldn't even open her own eyes. So like I said before, it looks like she's probably taking a stand, probably took the stand before, and now that they're dismissing it or not holding it against him, it doesn't work. So he admitted it, even though she probably made a statement, he admitted it, and now they're not going to use it against him because he's telling on somebody else. Now, 50 Cent was on a promo run for what it seems like to plug his show, and now that I'm thinking about it, or now that I'm seeing it, he has a new show coming out on ABC, which is called The Life. Now, the rapper didn't hesitate to mention his old protege 6ix9ine. Now, since 50 Cent publicly distanced himself from 6ix9ine ever since the report started to circulate that he was telling, 50 Cent claimed that he hasn't spoke to 6ix9ine and doesn't plan on speaking to him either. He said if 6ix9ine was to call him, he definitely wouldn't pick up. Now, but according to 50 Cent, he had a very close connection with the rainbow hair rapper. Apparently, even though he tried to help him before he was locked up. According to the lawyer, or 50 Cent's lawyer, his name is 6ix9ine Jr., who is set to work with 50 Cent on the ABC's upcoming show, The Life, he has a different story about 50 Cent's involvement with the 6ix9ine case. Now, according to the Power exec 50 Cent, he actually reached out to Wright to represent 6ix9ine in the case. Wright took to his Instagram to share his side of the story. He explained he actually considered representing 6ix9ine, going as far as visiting the rapper at 2 different locations where he was locked up, which was the first flag that the Brooklyn rapper was giving up information. According to Wright, he said 50 Cent called me and asked me to represent 6ix9ine. I went to check on him at MDC in Brooklyn. When I got there, they gave me an excuse that he was in court, then immediately transferred him to a Queens detention center. When I went to Queens, 6ix9ine refused to see me. Now, this was clear that he was definitely cooperating. Sad part is, he didn't even have to do that. I would have got him off without being a rat. Now, my thing is, like I said, his lawyer, 6ix9ine Jr., is definitely a lawyer, and he's telling the truth. Like I said, it looks like the only thing they really have against 6ix9ine is that he had some disputes with his baby mama. That could have definitely been handled out of court. Sarah could have retracted her statement, or Sarah couldn't have showed up, and he would have been good, because from it looks like on these charges, it looks like 6ix9ine is not even accused of anything. It's more so of his friends. So if he could have got a good lawyer and 6ix9ine would have held his head, he wouldn't even have been involved in that case. He could have got the other case dismissed and he would have been back on the streets. He wouldn't have had the same protection as his homies, because of course it was a RICO case and his homies were involved in the real situation. 6ix9ine wasn't involved in the real situation. The only thing that 6ix9ine did with this case to build it was just causing attention to the things going on behind the streets, and people started to investigate and find out who were the people that actually protecting 6ix9ine and backing him, and that's how people started to know about the whole RICO case and things like that. Now, Shotty got 15 years. Shotty is the manager or the ex-manager of 6ix9ine. He took 15 years proudly. A lot of people were saying that he was ratting as well and telling, but Shotty's manager said, no, Shotty's lawyer said if anyone could come back with paperwork saying that he actually told or cooperated, they would give $1 million cash. Nobody has $1 million cash yet. Nobody has the paperwork. So obviously it's just hearsay. He took the 15 years proudly. Like I said, when he gets out, he'll probably be around 57 years old. That's a long time. Like I said, that's like going from kindergarten to graduating college. You know how many years and experience go through that, so that's a very, very long time. How I feel about 6ix9ine, I really don't blame him, to be honest. Me being a civilian, me being a person, a YouTuber that's not in the street life, man, look, If I don't live that life and I haven't been born into it or I'm not around it, I'm not standing tall, because at the end of the day, that doesn't have anything to do with me. Of course, I'm the mascot for the crew. Of course, I got the money. Of course, I got the popularity, but I'm not going down for that. And people were saying that he has every right to do it because they were smashing his baby mama, did that incident where they took the $500,000 in jury. And then they were saying that they were actually going to do something to his mom, like they had her address and stuff, like if he was to actually rat. So if they turn it back on me and I'm not in the street, I'm not living by the codes everybody else living. Now, how long do I think 6ix9ine is going to actually do? Me personally, man, I think he did about a year maybe. I think total he'll be sentenced to around 3 years, so he'll probably have to do a year and a half, and then he'll be out. I don't think he's going to do more than 5 years, because like I said, they only have pass for something that's really minor, something that his baby mama's saying. Now this could be alleged, it could not even be real information. She might have just wanted to get a check out of him and he didn't want to give it to her, or maybe she's just bitter that he's not with her anymore. So that case could have definitely been, he could have finessed his way out of that easily. So what I'm saying is he probably won't do any time. He'll probably do, like I said, tops 1.5, a year and a half in federal, but he's gonna live good, because at the end of the day, he's in witness protection. He doesn't have to be where the real situations are. He's gonna be protected. Now, when he gets out, I think he's gonna get back to music. I think that he'll get signed to a small label. Actually, I think he'll get like a 1-album deal with maybe like Universal, Atlantic, or whatever the case may be, and they're gonna push this album to everyone. He's gonna get all the views on social media. He's gonna get all the streams, and then after that, after the first album, I think the label will eventually drop him, and then he'll get back to being that Danny before 6ix9ine actually came out, just that low-key dude that's trying too hard that nobody really pays attention to. Now, like I said, he'll probably be relevant if he gets out. Let's say he gets out September, the last week of September. He'll be relevant until the summertime. After the summertime, it'll go back to regularly scheduled programming, because you got to think music is a never-ending game. There's so much rappers coming out, so much music coming out, so much news coming out with hip-hop and just the entertainment industry, that they're really not going to pay attention to 6ix9ine for the next 6 months. But that's my honest opinion, man. Like I said, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, because once the information comes out, or once the news comes out, the trial starts. I think it's federal, so I'll try to get pictures from inside the courtroom. You know how I do. But if not, I'll definitely get a vivid description of what he was wearing, what he was looking like, all of that, who was there. So make sure to thumbs up the video, hit the bell notification. Now, I want you to vote at the top right of this video. Tell me if 6ix9ine is wrong for ratting. It'll be yes or no. You click yes or no. Your opinion matters. And then comment below if you feel like he's right for actually snitching, tell me why. If you think he's wrong for actually snitching, tell me why. I'm gonna like the comment. When I like the comment, that means I read the information. So if you see somebody else you disagree with, respectfully reply to it. I'm in the news with it. I'll catch you on the next one.